What do you see in this? What do you see in this game tonight? Who's winning?
So if I'm setting the game plan, here's what it's got to look like for your Spurs to win tonight. Who I do on the record have them winning, going back home. So if they do these things, I think they take it to a game 7, and we know the outcome is going to be OKC brings it home at homes. I think the first key is who's who in the zoo. Spurs got to have at least 5 guys in double digits. I don't need Wemby coming down and scoring 50 and 15 with 8 blocks. I don't need that if I've got Castle giving me 10 to 15, if I've got Vassell giving me 10 to 15, if Fox can give me 10 or 11 with 6 or 7 assists, if I can get Johnson off the bench scoring, Campany, same thing. Like, they have enough pieces, Harper, to have 5 guys in double digits. And they should take a lesson from the Knicks. They don't need everybody to score a whole bunch of points, but you need a lot of guys to score a little bit of points. So that's key number 1. The second key is I still need my dog to be a dog. Wemby got to dominate, though. And I'm talking about offensively and defensively. Because when he's on top of his game, it makes the Thunder play differently. It changes the way they play. So I need the old vintage game 1 Wemby that's the rim protection, the rebounding, the deterrence game of not even getting to the lane because you know what's about to happen if you get down there and try to lay one up or finger roll. So I need something like 30, 15, and 5 blocks from Wemby. And then the third piece is what I would do differently if I was this coaching staff and if I was, the head coach in this situation. I would say, you know what? We can't stop Shea from getting buckets. He's getting 25 to 35 regardless of how much effort and intention we put on him. So why don't we force him to go for 50 tonight, right? Take everybody else out the game, not leave shooters, not try to help off of Caruso and McCain and all these other guys. Like, make him go for 50 and make these other guys have 4, 6, 7. And let's see if we can win a different type of game with a different type of style. Force him to be a high volume scorer tonight and not a scorer and a facilitator. So I think those are, for me, the Spurs keys. I think if OKC is going to close this out, 1, you got to win the turnover battle. I think they've done that in the games they've won, which has been one of the biggest statistical factors. I think they have to continue attacking early and having early offense so Wemby doesn't get stationary and can see the whole floor and see what's happening in front of him and swat that back to, Timbuktu. And then I think their bench production, if they can continue to keep that bench involved, even with the injuries that they've had, they still have demonstrated and showed they're still formidable. And so I don't think it's obviously not a must win or a have to win type of game for OKC. It is for the Spurs, but the Spurs need to have those things I mentioned. And I think if OKC plays anything like a game they did the other day, they're going to win in 6. Now, my prediction is 118, 115, close game. I think the Spurs win. That kind of keeps my prediction still alive the way it needs to be. And then, like I said, Spurs is too soon. Just too soon. They're going home.